What's going on, guys? It's the Crypto Lark here from Wellington. Now today we're finally going to be talking about Electroneum. Cool. Now, of course, this is probably it is the most requested ICO review ever for me to do. And to be honest, I had looked at Electroneum. I wasn't super excited about it, but you know, the requests just keep pouring in, so I thought, okay, we got to go over here and have a look and see what is the story behind the hype. Now we're going to be looking at all the details of Electroneum, what they're trying to do, is it a good idea, what the competition is, and how to get involved in the token sale if that's something you want to do. After a quick shout out, of course, to everyone who has been hitting that like button and everybody who has been subscribing to the channel. If you're not subscribed yet, button's just down there. Go ahead and hit it up, guys. Of course, if you want, you can always support the channel by supporting me over on Patreon or following me along at steemit.com. Also, disclaimer, guys, this is not professional financial advice. And of course, because this is an ICO, definitely not taking any money from the Electroneum team for this. This is an independent review because that's what you guys have been asking like crazy to hear about. Now, what is Electroneum's value proposition? What are they trying to do? Well, the mobile cryptocurrency, simple to use, powered by an app. They're claiming to be disruptive technology. Electroneum represents a vast leap forwards in the ease of use and accessibility of a cryptocurrency. I don't believe them. I really don't. I don't see this as a vast leap forward or as being disruptive. I know there's a lot of big numbers and exciting sounding ideas thrown around the white paper. We're going to be looking at some of those, but it's not disruptive. You want to talk about disruptive, go look at the supercomputers. You want to talk about disruptive, go look at some of the other really exciting projects that are changing the world and doing really exciting things. At the heart, Electroneum's a pretty simple cryptocurrency. Not disruptive, not a vast leap forward. You can have it on your mobile phone. That's not super exciting in my book. That's just me. Maybe someone else is really excited about having this on your mobile phone. I can understand the appeal in its simplicity, saying, hey, look, anybody can use this on their mobile phone. Yeah, but anybody can also download a regular cryptocurrency wallet and use that on their mobile phone as well. Of course, what they're offering is, of course, anybody can mine on their mobile phone. And we'll look at that in a few minutes also, but not disruptive. Not in my book. Enormous market. 2.2 billion smartphone users. Now we see this in a lot of ICOs where they say giant numbers. So they're assuming that every person is going to use Electroneum on their phone. Well, if that were the case, yeah, Electroneum would be an amazing investment. But of those 2.2 billion smartphone users, how many are going to use Electroneum? A few 100,000? Depends if they can get any business or not. But it's a big number without a lot of backup. They're not saying, well, how much of that market are we planning on capturing and when? They don't really go into a lot of those details. Okay. Now, they say here the easiest cryptocurrency to manage. Cryptocurrencies are so hard to come by. The barriers to entry for most people are too large. Complex software, GPU mining rigs, sending personal ID to strange websites. This sounds like a lot of scare tactics and cheap marketing to me, personally. Cryptocurrencies, yeah, it can be a bit of a learning curve, but there's so many ways to get involved. You know, you can download the Brave browser and earn BAT, for example. So many new projects are coming online. They're actually going to start making it really easy and are backed by, you know, really interesting, successful companies. Things like Bitcoin, things like MetalPay, things like Omisego, things like Funfair. We're looking at why those are interesting and relevant here in a few minutes, but I don't buy this. Cryptocurrencies are not so hard to come by. They're pretty easy to get. It's getting easier and easier every day. So I don't buy that argument. But a lot of people do. It seems like a good idea, doesn't it? Now, Electroneum, there will be 21 billion coins. Now, the big thing that they're trying to push here is that they're only going to have 2 decimal places, that it's just too hard for regular people to understand Bitcoin's larger amount of decimal places. It seems to be one of their main value propositions that they're trying to offer here. Some people have said that the number of tokens is too big. I would disagree with that, and that, you know, is an argument that I don't buy here. 21 billion tokens is not too big by any means. Everyone's super enthusiastic about Ripple, and Ripple's got way more than 21 billion tokens out there. And looking at some of the other projects as well, you know, NEM's got 9 billion, Cardano's got crazy amounts as well, and having 21 billion tokens isn't particularly important in this respect. The 2 decimal places, okay, I get it. I can buy that. Let's just roll with that assumption here for a minute. I understand. For the average person, they can actually go and buy a cup of coffee, and it's going to cost 5 Electroneum and 50 Electroneum cents, whatever. Okay, that's really easy to understand. I get it. I get it. And, you know, to be honest, in the future, we might actually see Bitcoin being talked about in Satoshi terms, of course. You know, hey, this is going to be 50 Satoshis, 100 Satoshis, 200 Satoshis. It does kind of make it easier. And look, I get them on that. I like that about Electroneum. I don't totally buy it, but I get where they're coming from with it. Okay. Electroneum wallets can be easily managed on a smartphone. Coins can be generated by the unique mobile miner running as a background activity. We'll get to that in a minute. Talk about how that works. Fast microtransactions. Yeah, there's a lot of fast microtransactions. I mean, IOTA is offering fast microtransactions. And right on down the line. It's not unique, but okay. I'll take it. I'll take fast microtransactions. Why not? Purpose-built blockchain. They do have their own blockchain. It is based on crypto notes, so it's like what Bytecoin or Monero uses. Okay. So there's summary. Electroneum, more accessible and more understandable for the average person. This, in my mind, is their whole thing. This whole ICO is completely marketed to the average person. And they're basically saying that everyone is not clever enough to be able to download a Bitcoin wallet, not clever enough to be able to go to Coinbase and buy Bitcoin, of course, or do any of the other many things. Look, I know there's a lot of shortcomings in the crypto space, and potentially something like this could get people involved. And I'm enthusiastic about any project which will get people involved in cryptocurrencies. I am. And if Electroneum can do that, well, good on them. I think that's fantastic. If they can actually bring some people in, get some people involved who, you know, haven't previously been involved. Currently, though, I'm not sure how that's going to happen. We'll keep looking here. Okay. So, Electroneum market context. So, this is pretty interesting here. They talk a lot about black market for games and stuff like this, and they talk about, you know, game credits and things, World of Warcraft money, for example. I think, what did I see recently? That World of Warcraft money was worth more than Venezuelan bolivars. Yeah, I think that was it. So hey, if they can actually compete in this market, that's pretty big. But I'm not sure what they're trying to do. Wait, I thought we were bringing cryptocurrency to mobile users, but now we're going to be a virtual currency for games? Or were we trying to get people in the third world to mine on their mobile phones? It's not clear. Not clear for me. And I know they talk about a few different things in here, and that's okay. You can try to do a lot of things with your cryptocurrency. I'm not saying you can't. Not saying you can't by any means. Now look, over 2 billion people in the world do not have a bank account. That is a market that gaming companies are desperate to access, but have been unable to. Now, one thing when I look at this and start to think about it is Electroneum actually necessary here? They want to look towards the gambling market? Well, okay. They want to look towards, you know, a different kind of gaming markets? Well, okay. Sure. Okay. There's a big market there. There's a really big market there. A really big market of unbanked people, really big market of people who gamble, a really big market of people who play video games. All of these markets exist. The question is, can Electroneum actually get themselves into these markets when there's already a lot of players in these different markets? That I become not so certain about, to be honest. And look, they do talk a bit about where they're planning on going. And they spend most of the white paper, to be honest, really simply laying out why they think their project's really important. And if you look through it here, I see nothing convincing that says, well, okay, we have definitive plans to capture X amount of the market, for example. And I'm not saying they don't have a plan necessarily. They do. You know, they talk about some of their long-term goals, and that's fine. You know, if they get X amount with fundraising, then they're going to do this. If they get X amount with fundraising, well, they're going to do this. And it's not necessarily a roadmap per se, but they do talk about that. Although some of this stuff seems like a lot. Create a brand that will allow it to be accepted in the same way as PayPal is accepted. That's pretty big, and they're only going to try it for $40 million. They are going to become the next PayPal. That's big. That's big. Maybe. Hey, look, if they do the stuff they promise they're going to do here, then that's great. But I don't see it. One thing with mobile mining is this. It is a very realistic mining experience with a simulated hash rate issuing Electroneum coin rewards. So it's not exactly mining in the regular way that you would think of it. The mobile mining does not add blocks to the blockchain, so that's why it's not overheating your mobile device. So it's more if you have an application running and they deposit tiny fractions, probably, of Electroneum to your account. Of course, they don't say, you know, don't give a lot of details really what kind of payouts you can expect, and what about when all the coins are mined. Of course, they're only going to have 21 billion. What then? What about the difficulty rates, etc., etc.? Not a lot of details on any of that. But then again, people who, you know, look into this particular ICO probably aren't asking those questions so much. Now, the one thing you got to give it to is the team, and this is a real positive for them. Now, Richard Ellis, Dean Cole, the advisors down here as well, really good looking team. As the CEO, Richard Ellis has assembled a team of over 40 developers and created a social media management platform. I want you to let that sink in for a second. A social media management platform. Interesting. They got a great project, and they're really good at marketing. The marketing tool your brand never knew it needed, and neither will your clients. It's good. They're really good at marketing. Dean here is the developer. Mark Robinson, he is also into marketing. Cool. Social media management platform. He's the director. Andy Denton, what does he do? Consulting agency focused on marketing, fundraising for startups, primarily in e-commerce, fintech, and online gaming, based in Gibraltar. Now look, the team, fantastic fantastic. My hat's off to these guys. They are marketing geniuses. The amount of hype they have been able to create around Electroneum, which, to be honest, isn't a very exciting project. It's a fairly simplistic cryptocurrency with non-definitive goals about how they're going to take over the gaming industry and take over the payments industry and all these different things. But man, their marketing is damn good. Damn good marketing. You certainly have to give it to them for that. They have huge referral bonuses. I think you get 5%. I mean, I haven't signed up and looked deep into the details here, but you get 5% if people sign up under you. And for the people who sign up under you, they get an extra 1%. So there's a lot of incentive here for people to be out pushing this. And people have been out pushing this like crazy, 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 crazy. A lot of people have invested already. A lot of people have been shilling this like crazy, guys. Now remember, they're focusing on the average person. They're focusing a lot on what I like to call immature money. I'm not saying that people who invest in Electroneum are immature, but new money to the market. People who are trying to get that quick gain, who see numbers like, ooh, 2.2 billion mobile users, oh, that's really exciting, and say, wow, this is going to really, really pop. So what can we expect just post ICO? Probably a big dump. I'm not sure a lot of these people will have the wherewithal to be able to hold on to this for a year, for example, 2 years, 3 years, in order to try and have that long-term investment potential on it. Okay. There's a lot of competition in the space, a lot of very well-funded competition, a lot of competition that's already very well established. MetalPay, for example, already running circles around Electroneum. You get paid 5% back, and that's another thing, by the way. Their token doesn't really do anything. You just get it. There's no staking potential. You don't get any rewards. MetalPay gives you 5% back every time you make a purchase. That's amazing. MetalPay also gives the store 5% back. That's amazing. Incentive on both sides to use it. Where's the incentive to use Electroneum over something like MetalPay? It's a question you need to ask yourself. What about Bitcoins, for example? Bitcoins, what are they trying to do? They're trying to be the future of finance, making it easier for people to get involved in cryptocurrencies. One-click diversification. Put your money in, boom. One-click diversification, you get a basket of cryptocurrencies. Manage your portfolio. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And of course, with Bitcoins and what they offer as a package, a lot more profit potential, of course, because you're diversifying your risk. Now, they want to get into the gaming industry. There's already a lot of different projects which are looking at the gaming industry. Someone like Engine Coin, for example, they've already got 18.7 million users, 250,000 gaming communities. My suspicion would be Engine, they're probably going to do okay with their coin when they come out. And look, I haven't done a lot of research into Engine. I can't say, specifically that they're an amazing project. But I look at that, they've already got the community. Electroneum doesn't have a gaming community yet. They would like to do games, they would like to do mobile app games, mobile phone games, etc., but they don't have those people yet. Now look, all it would take would be a few high-level partnerships in order for them to do that. But the question would be, why wouldn't more tech companies simply go the route of Engine and just make their own coin to reward their users on their platform? Don't know. Don't see it. Don't see it, guys. Now, if you want to get into gambling, hey, look at this. We got Funfair. Oh, they've updated the website. It's looking good. It is looking good. Now, Funfair, making it really, really easy for people to set up and run their own casinos online. Really great platform. Makes it really easy for people to get involved as a game developer or someone who wants to be running a game. They also make it super, super easy. So again, I see them having a much stronger position for gambling online. And look, guys, there are so many gambling coins coming out. It is crazy. It is crazy. If you go look at the ICOs that are coming, you go look at some recent ICOs, huge, 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 huge. You want to talk about the unbanked, you want to talk about remittance payments, you want to talk about online banking, online value transfer. Why not Omise Go? Why not Omise Go? As a thought for you, why would someone invest in Electroneum? It's a great question. I'm glad they asked it. Digital coin speculators. I think there's going to be a lot of speculation on that one. A lot of people, they even admit in their white paper, going to be a lot of people looking to generate short-term gains. What's that going to mean? That's going to mean a big dump. Big dump. Be careful of that, guys. Look, just because they're offering a coin doesn't mean that it won't go down significantly in value. I would say potentially, if you really want to get involved in Electroneum, wait until after the sale. Pick it up on the open market after it dumps, because I think there'll be a big dump with this one, because again, you got a lot of that fresh money in here. Long-term investment, maybe if they can pull out those you know, high-level partnerships. I guess if you want to put 100, 200 bucks in and really just, you know, run a risk. Hey, you know they say no risk, no giant reward at the end of the day. But I look at some projects and I think, well, that's much riskier. You know, if you take like Omise Go, for example. Omise Go went from a $25 million ICO to over a $1 billion company. They had a good ICO, a good team, more than just marketing. They had a real good idea, a real project, experts in the field. Here you've got a team of marketers. And what had they been doing? They've been marketing. You're not buying a marketing platform. They would have been better served perhaps to focus on a marketing coin. That would have been really interesting, actually. But they haven't gone that route. They haven't gone that route. Okay, so if you want to get involved in the ICO, if I've convinced you to get involved in the ICO, there's a lot of opportunity still to get involved in that ICO. Now, the first week they had a 50% bonus going. Huge bonus. 50% bonus goes on the first week. They're down to like 10%, and that'll finish in a few hours. We're coming into the last week of the Electroneum sale here, although there will still be massive shilling of referral codes. In fact, I assume that on this video, the majority of the comments will be people posting their referral codes, and that's fine. You guys rock that out. But that is one of the main reasons that people have been pushing this so much. I really, really feel like it. Again, personal opinion here, guys. That's what I'm seeing. There will be 6.3 billion potentially sold during the sale here. There'll be, again, 21 billion total. Rest will be gone through mining on your mobile phone, or mining simulations on your mobile phone, but also desktop mining. Desktop mining will probably significantly outstrip mobile phone mining in that regard, if people are going to be going that route. Now, if you do want to get involved in the ICO, again, you can come over here. They've already got 229,000 active users, which sounds like a lot of people. You know, oh, 229,000 people, that's a lot of people getting involved, actually. Registered anyway. We, of course, don't know if everybody actually participated in the ICO who registered, but that's how many people are registered over here. Now, that sounds like a lot. But apparently, over on Coinbase, 11.2 million people have gone through the unimaginable difficulty of signing up for an account and buying Bitcoin over there. Can you imagine it? I thought it was really, really difficult. And look, it's not the easiest thing in the world to buy Bitcoin, to buy cryptocurrencies. I understand it can be a pain in the butt. It really can, especially when you're getting started off. But at the same time, if you want to be participating in their thing, you have to participate in Bitcoin or Ethereum. Interesting. This is just to calculate how much you'd like to spend, but then, of course, you still have to pay in Bitcoin or Ethereum. Not US dollars, not British pounds. So still, you know, going the crypto route, as you would expect, of course, for any ICO project like this. Okay, one other thing. If you read their terms and conditions, one thing is they say, well, anybody from certain jurisdictions, you have to be aware of your local blah, blah, blah. What I read this is that basically anybody can participate. Technically, probably not Koreans, Chinese, Singaporeans, Americans, but at the same time, they don't stop you. So it's pretty easy to participate if you do want to participate. They're advertising this as the sale of a legal software product. So that's what you were buying here. You were buying a legal software product, not necessarily a cryptocurrency in that certain regard. At least that's how they're selling it. If you do want to get involved, like I said, guys, they've raised a lot of Ethereum. They've raised a lot of Bitcoin. It's a very popular ICO. A lot of people are getting involved. I'm not going anywhere near this one. That's just my opinion, guys. That's just my opinion. Based on the research that I've done, you may come to a different conclusion. But this is not one I could recommend looking at. Hey, maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe Electroneum will be the next big thing. But that's the crypto space, guys. Sometimes we get them right, sometimes we get them wrong. If you're going to invest in Electroneum, good luck, God bless. Long live the blockchain, guys. And peace out till next time.